Hi there and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Tiffany and today I'm going to compare the Mosie Baby Insemination Kit to the MakeAMom Impregnator Kit. If you're new to my channel, you may not know, but my husband and I have been trying for baby number 2 for nearly 2 years now. And we did go ahead and see a fertility specialist. He did try to do an IUI. Unfortunately, it did fail. And I have what's called a special cervix. My cervix is very sensitive because of a procedure that I had done on it years ago. So my specialist did tell me that going forward, he thinks the best process for us is going to be following the IVF route. He did say that I could do another IUI round. It would have to be under sedation. So I thought, what better time than now to try other alternative methods. Now I have tried alternative medicines in the past to conceive, but I've never tried alternative at-home inseminations or anything like that. So these are my first rounds with them. I did actually just try the softest last round, which I do plan to use this round as well. I do have pre-seed. We've been using that for nearly 2 years, and I mean anything else you could possibly think of to use at home, I'm sure I've used it. If you go back and look, I have a whole video playlist full of things that I have tried up to this point. So Mosie and Impregnator are just 2 more products that I intend to try to use to try to conceive baby number 2. So in my previous vlog, I did go ahead and unbox the Mosie Baby with you guys, so you did get a first-hand look at what is inside. I'm gonna go ahead and unbox it with you again today so you can see everything that's inside and what comes with it. I did go ahead and unbox the Impregnator kit just for myself. I didn't record it. I just wanted to see what it was all about and kind of get a good understanding of what I wanted to cover in this video. But I will be opening it up and showing you everything that's inside and what it comes with. So right off the bat, the Mosie kit comes in this nice little packaging. It's really cute. They've got their whole theming down and it's adorable. So let me go ahead and open it up with you. So as you can see, the Mosie just slides right out. I love their packaging detailing. Their front package says, "Let's make a baby," which is just so cute. You know, it keeps it with the theme of TTC. You open it up to find the thank you letter, which comes with the instructions for the kit, as well as some TTC tips they have and tricks, basic care instructions, and then it leads right into the product itself. So the Mosie kit comes with 2 inseminators and 1 sample cup. It does come sealed, which I really like. I really appreciate that it comes sealed, which just shows that it's nice and sterile. And then this was sealed. They do come sealed in the package, but I did go ahead and open it up just to get a better look at it. It does come with 2 sealed syringes. And that is it for the Mosie Baby kit. The Impregnator is a little different. It didn't come in a box. It was sent just like this, and then it had, of course, a shipping box around it. But this is all that comes with the package. Definitely a different feel. And something I thought was super interesting from the beginning is that on the packaging, it says at the very bottom, adult toy. So I thought that was interesting when I first opened it up that it said that, but it kind of makes sense why it does, and I guess I understand why they have to label it that way. So let me go ahead and get into it and show you exactly what I'm talking about. So inside the Impregnator, there is a lot going on. It does come with instructions. The instructions on these are actually a hardback, and it does have all of the pieces that come in the package along with the instructions and care use over here. First thing that fell out is the Insemination Cup. As you can see, this is not a sealed cup. This cup has something in it. The next thing is the main part of the Inseminator kit. This is the part that actually goes inside. A syringe attaches to the bottom of it, and this is the main reason I think that they had to put that label of adult toy on it, just because it is a silicone inserter, and I guess I don't know why they would have to label it like that, but that would be my only guess as to why they put that on the packaging, because of this part right here. So the next thing is the syringe itself. You'll be able to tell that this syringe is much bigger than the Mosie Baby syringe. The Mosie Baby syringe is very small, and I'm gonna bring it out so you guys can see exactly what I mean by that. But this is the syringe. It is a hard plastic with a metal piece inside and a metal piece at the bottom. I did figure out that the piece that's in the sample cup does attach onto the piece up here, and that is what will be inserted into this purple part. It also comes with 2 rubber bands, which I have not been able to figure out where they go yet. I'm assuming maybe they go inside of this piece, or I'm not sure, maybe something to do with this. The instructions don't even mention them on the list of everything that comes with it. So, and that is everything that comes in with the MakeABaby Impregnator. So right off the bat, you might be able to tell these two products do the same thing but are really, really different. So let's get right into it in the comparison process. I did take one out just to get a better understanding in the feel of it. I do put it right back in whenever I'm done because I do want to keep it as sterile as possible whenever I use it. The Impregnator didn't come in a sterile packaging whatsoever. Nothing was sealed, and the silicone part that actually goes inside was just free floating in the bag, so I know that I will need to be washing this one before I use it. But here's the comparison of the syringes, just so you guys can see exactly the difference here. At the base, you'll be able to tell right off the bat that the Impregnator is a much bigger syringe, whereas the Mosie Baby kit is a much more narrow and a much more slender syringe. The biggest difference that I favor a little bit more of the Mosie Baby over the Impregnator on this one is that Mosie Baby is made with a round tip and a round plunger, I guess you can call it, inside of the syringe, where it goes all the way down to the tip. So it goes all the way down and nothing is left inside. The Impregnator is a standard syringe tip, so it has a flat plunger and then it goes to where the tip meets. So because of that, I do think that the syringe applicator part in the comparison, this versus that, I think Mosie might win over it because a lot can get trapped in this part here. This is not even the full syringe, remember. You also have to attach this piece at the top to make it work with the silicone applicator. So there's a lot of room for error there. So I think because of that, the syringe itself, Mosie wins because there's just nothing left to chance. It goes straight to the top and that's where it's at. So another major difference between the Impregnator and the Mosie Baby is that the Impregnator is marketed as a reusable tool that you can use over and over again as many times as you need. The Mosie Baby kit is advertised as a one-time use that comes with 2 syringes. So I think the Impregnator might take usage, obviously, because the Mosie Baby kit is $89 or $89.99 per, and I think this is $69.99 per. So the Mosie Baby is a completely all-in-one syringe. It does not come apart. There is a plunger that comes up and down. I don't even know if that's the right word, but that's what I'm calling it, the plunger, the part that goes inside of the syringe that makes everything, you know, come out. So nothing can be taken apart other than taking out this part, but it cannot come apart whatsoever. So you can tell that, you know, there's not really a way to clean that little part inside of there. It just is what it is. It's a one-time use. It comes with 2 and that's it. The Impregnator comes completely apart. You can unscrew this part. You can unscrew this bottom part. I mean, the thing comes completely apart. So you can really get in there and make sure it's very clean before using it, which I do appreciate. The only part that you can't really take apart is the silicone part, and this is the part that actually goes inside. So it's a bit unfortunate that you can't clean it out. Of course, you can run hot water through it, and that's probably what I will do. The instructions say to use 50-50 with an alcohol base, so 50% water, 50% alcohol, and then you're supposed to suck it up through the syringe, through this, and then push it back out to clean it properly. It also says to repeat that 3 times, wash the exterior with dish soap, and repeat the process until satisfied. So it does give pretty good, thorough cleaning details because again, this part is part that goes inside and will need to be cleaned. Another major difference is the sheer size, which is kind of obvious when you look at the 2 together. This is the Mosie Baby kit completed. All you need other than this is the sterile cup to get your sample, and that's it. That's all there is to the Mosie Baby kit. The Impregnator comes with a syringe attachment, the inserter, and the sample cup. Not to mention the 2 random rubber bands that I can't figure out what go to. So the syringe itself is quite large, but this is not even the end of it when it comes to the Impregnator. You then have to attach the syringe to the silicone adapter, and this is the full size of the Impregnator kit. So for comparison, here are the 2 side by side. As you can tell, I can't even fit the Impregnator fully in frame without having to back up a little bit, but this is the comparison right here, and this I think is what I'm most concerned about when it comes to the Impregnator. The Mosie is very clean, very clear. Here is your, your injector, this is your syringe, you suck it right up and you put it right where it needs to be, and all of your sample can be seen that goes straight where it needs to be. However, for the Impregnator, nothing can be seen once you put it in this silicone inserter. Of course, whenever you are sucking up into the syringe and getting your sample from the cup, you will be able to see it because that is a clear syringe right there. So you'll be able to see it, but keep in mind, once you put it inside and you put it where it needs to be, you can no longer see your sample. You don't know how much has been pushed out or if there's anything left or what's going on. And for me personally, When it comes to making a baby, which we've been trying for so long, I want to make sure that everything is as perfect as it can be to give it the best chance. So the silicone, the purple silicone, leaves it a little up to chance for me, and that makes me a little uncertain. The other thing that makes me lean a little bit more towards the Mosie Baby kit is that not only can you not see what's going on in there, but there is a lot going on in there. So the applicator, it's a soft silicone material. It's a little harder here so that it keeps the, you know, it doesn't completely bend. It does give a little bit of bend, but it won't flop over when it's inside. But this is a lot of traveling to do. So for Mosie, there's not much travel. You push your syringe in, you get it where it needs to go, boom, drop your sample off right where it's at, and there's no second guessing there. With the Impregnator, you're going to have your sample and you're going to push it up. The syringe ends here. It's going to have to travel up a little narrow tube all the way through here and then through the top. So the parts in which it's traveling to get through the Impregnator is almost the same amount that it would be just in the syringe alone in the Mosie Baby kit. So take that into consideration whenever you're purchasing one. If you decide to go ahead and choose one of these as your at-home insemination kit, I went ahead and grabbed both because I wanted to try them both out and see exactly how they worked for me. One advantage the Impregnator does have over the Mosie Baby kit is that it has this silicone cup right here. Now, the silicone cup has been advertised that it is supposed to be a leakage protector so that you will insert, deposit your sample, and then hold it there for 15 to 30 minutes so that this forms a little like catch cup so that nothing drips out of it. The Mosie Baby, of course, doesn't have that. The Mosie is just the syringe itself to put in place where it needs to be. Now that's where a soft disc would come in. I told you guys last month that I got it to work for me and I was able to feel comfortable with it, and I feel pretty confident going forward using them. So regardless if I use the silicone thing or the Mosie Baby, I am going to be putting in a soft disc just to make sure that the sample stays there and doesn't leak out. I do like that that's a feature. I'm not sure in practice how it's going to work. In theory, it's a really good tool and it seems like it's going to be really good to do, but in practice, I'm not sure if it's going to work exactly the way that we want it to. So another clear difference in the two kits is the tip. The Mosie Baby, of course, is just a syringe, but it does have a very, very fine tip at the top that may be able to penetrate just the base of the cervix. My cervix is very sensitive and did not like anything going through it. So not to say that this is going to go through it, but maybe just penetrate the base of it enough to where I can get all of the sample in and through it. So as you can see, there is that little tip at the very top that might be able to penetrate just enough to get the sample through. Now the Impregnator is much different. It doesn't have that kind of a tip, and this thing is not going anywhere inside because I can tell you already that a very, very tiny little IUI tube made me feel like I had a knife going through me. So this is definitely not going through the cervix. It of course will just go straight to the base, and then I will have to push, you know, maybe a little bit harder to get them through, but it does not have a little top at all. It does kind of look like a hat, but it doesn't have a little part at the top at all. There are what the tips look like. So I think in purchasing both of these kits, I think that the Mosie Baby definitely had more of a fertility journey purchase feel rather than like something that I might be able to purchase on Amazon. The MakeAMom website is a little confusing, to be honest with you. It didn't feel as polished as the Mosie Baby, but there are other languages on the packaging, so I'm not sure if maybe this is in a different country where it's located or where it's centralized, but the Mosie Baby did have more of a like fertility feel to it. If you've been trying to conceive anytime, you'll know that it's, you know, it's kind of not romanticized, but we try to make it as less clinical as possible while still being able to have the clinic at home. The Mosie Baby definitely wins on packaging and TTC cuteness and all around just a more polished look. The Impregnator, the packaging, I can tell you it felt a little gimmicky. It felt like maybe like I was buying like an adult toy. It just felt like a little less polished, if that makes any sense. And with the packaging, same thing with the applicators themselves. The Mosie Baby all came sealed and completely sterile, whereas the MakeABaby Impregnator came completely free floating and even had something inside of the sample cup. So there was again just another level of like completed finished polishedness to the Mosie Baby kit rather than the Impregnator kit. To go over the usage just a little bit, that is kind of a huge difference for me and something that realistically I'm going to have to kind of prepare myself for when it comes to using the products. With the Impregnator especially. The Mosie Baby isn't as bad, but the Impregnator, it's got a few steps. So Mosie is you deposit your sample into the cup, you have the cup, you insert it, you pull your syringe back to collect your sample, and you're ready to go. You insert your applicator, push down on your syringe, and deposit your sample. Those are your steps, that's how it needs to go. For the Impregnator, it gets a little bit more complicated. You will take your syringe without the little piece on top, very important, and you will collect your sample that way. So once you've got your sample, then you've got to find your little adapter piece and you've got to screw it on. Then once you've got your little adapter piece, that's what it looks like. Once you've got that on top, you will then need to find your little silicone part, slip it over the syringe without pushing on the bottom part, because now you've got a loaded sample in there. Pull it all the way down to the base, strap it over the little handles on the syringe, and then you're ready to insert and deposit your sample. There are a little bit more steps to the impregnator. It is, like I said, a little bit more gimmicky to me. I'm not sure how well it works. I'm really hoping for the best, but of course, with all these steps comes room for error. So I think that is all of the comparisons that I wanted to make for you guys. As you can see, they are very similar in certain ways and very, very different in others. I think they both come with their own unique advantages, and I'm really excited to see how each of them work in their own unique ways. So the MakeAMom Impregnator came out to $73.76, including tax and shipping, and the Mosie Baby came out to $99 with tax and shipping. So this Mosie kit is the $89 one. There is also one that comes with ovulation test and pregnancy test. I didn't get that one. This is just the one with the syringes and the sample cup. There were different options on the MakeAMom website for home insemination kits. I think those might have been aimed a little bit more towards the LGBTQ+ community and not what I was looking for. So I decided to go with just the impregnator. I will link it down below if you guys are interested in purchasing that, as well as the Mosie Baby. This is not sponsored. I don't make any money or anything off of them. I'm just letting you know where I went to purchase them myself. If you're interested in either of them, they will be down in the description below. That is all I have for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you so much. I hope this helped. I will let you guys know how it goes and what my opinions are after I use them both in a video coming up, so definitely stay tuned for that. If you haven't yet, go ahead and smack that subscribe button down below. Join our family, join the journey. I love you so much. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!